Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue to read the Iliad by Homer. I'm going to continue to read. Reaching the place where they'd killed Hector's spy, Odysseus, dear to Zeus, reigned in the headlong team, and leaping down to the ground, Tydides heaved the bloody spoils into his comrade's arms. He mounted again and flogged the horses hard, and on they flew to the ships, holding nothing back. That's where their spirits drove them on to go. Nestor, the first to hear their thunder, shouted, "Friends, lords of the Argives, all our captains, right or wrong, what can I say? My heart tells me, my ears ring with the din of drumming hoofs. If only Odysseus and the rugged Diomedes were driving, racer off the Trojan lines. Here, here, and fast. I'm cold with fear. What if they've met the worst? Our ranking, Argives killed in the Trojans' charger?" Before he could say the last, the two raced in, leapt to the ground, and comrades hugged them warmly, with hand clasps all around and words of welcome. Nestor, the noble horseman, led with question. "Tell me, Odysseus, Achaea's pride and glory, famous Odysseus, how did you get these horses?" "How? Stealing behind the Trojans' main lines and meeting up with the god who gave them to you." "What a terrific shame, silver out afire like sunbeams. Day after day, I've gone against the Trojans, never hanging back by the ships. I swear, old warrior that I am, but I've never seen such horses, never dreamed. I'd say an immortal came your way and gave you this. Zeus, who marshals the storm clouds, loves you both. Zeus' daughter too, with the shield of thunder. Athena's eyes are shining on you both." The cool tactician set the record straight. No, Nestor. Achaea's greatest glory, any god, if he really set his mind to it, could give us an even finer pair than this. Easily, the gods are so much stronger. Now these horses you ask about, old soldier, they are newcomers just arrived from the Thrace. Their master, brave Diomedes, killed him off, 12 of his cohorts too, all men of rank, and 30 men besides, a scout we took, prowling along the ships, spying on our positions. Hector and all his princely Trojans sent him out. And across the trench he drove the purebred team with a rough, exultant laugh as comrades cheered, crowding in his wake. And once they reached Tydides' sturdy lodge, they tethered the horses there with well-cut reins, hitching them by the trough where Diomedes' stallions pawed the ground, tramping their sweet barley. Then away in his ship's stern, Odysseus stowed the bloody gear of Dolon, in pledge of the gift they'd sworn to give Athena. The men themselves, wading into the sea, washed off the crust sweet from shins and necks and thighs, and once the surf had scalded the thick-caked sweat from their limbs, and the two fighters cooled, their hearts revived, and into the polished tubs they climbed and bathed, and rinsing off their skin sleek with an olive oil rub, they sat down to their meal, and dipping up their cups from my overflowing bowls, they poured them forth, honeyed, mellow wine to the great goddess Athena. Book 11. Agamemnon's Day of Glory. Now dawn rose up from the bed by her loudly made Tithonus, bringing light to immortal gods and mortal men. But Zeus flung strife on Achaea's fast ships, the brutal goddess flaring his storm shield, his monstrous sign of war in both her fists. She stood on Odysseus' huge black-bellied hull, mauled mid-line so a shout could reach both wings. Upshore to Telamonian Ajax' camp, or down to Achilles, trusting so to their arms' power, and battle strength. They'd hauled their trim ships up on either flank. Their strife took her strand, raising her high-pitched cry, great and terrible, lashing the fighting fury in each Achaean's heart. No stopping them now, mad for war and struggle. Now, suddenly, battle thrilled them more than the journey home, than sailing hollow ships to their dear native land. Agamemnon cried out too, calling men to arms, and harnessed up in gleaming bronze himself. First he wrapped his legs with well-made greaves, fastened behind the heels with a silver ankle clasp, and next he trapped the breastplate around his chest that Cinyras gave him once, a guest gift long ago. The rose in rumor of war and carried far as Cyprus, how the Archking's ships were launched war on Troy. So he gave the king that gear to please his spirit. Magnificent, 10 bands of blue enamel spanned it, spaced by 12 gold and 20 of beaten tin and dark blue serpents, raised toward the throat. 3 each side, shimmering bright as rainbows arched on the clouds by Cronus' son, a sign of mortal man. Then over his shoulder Agamemnon slung his sword, golden stars at the hilt, the blade burnished bright, and the scabbard, sheathed in silver, swung on golden straps, and he grasped a well-wrought shield to encase his body, forged for rushing forays, beautiful, blazoned work. Circling the center, 10 strong rings of bronze, with 20 discs of glittering tin set in. At the heart a boss of bulging blue steel, and there, like a crown, the gorgon green mask, the burning eyes, the stark, transfixing horror, and round her strode the shapes of wrath and fear. The shield belt glinted silver, and rippling on it ran a dark blue serpent. 2 heads coiling around a third, reared from a single neck and twisted left and right. Then over his broad brow Agamemnon set his helmet, front with 4 knobs, and forks with twin horns, and the horsehair crest atop it tossing, bristling terror. And last he picked up 2 tough spears, tipped in bronze, horned sharp, and the glare flashes off their bronze points, and pierced the high skies. The awestruck at the sight, Athena and Hera loses a crack of thunder, exalting the great king of Mycenae, rich in gold. I'm going to stop here today and continue next time. Thank you for watching.